Lizzie McGuire movie. Sure, okay. I mean, Lizzie McGuire was a big part of Disney's identity and made a star out of Hilary Duff, and yeah, it seemed to be a big enough hit show that got its own film, so why not take a look at it? As I'm sure you're no doubt surprised to discover, Lizzie McGuire was not a show I really watched. I think I have some general understanding what it was about though. It's about a girl named Lizzie. She goes through her life in high school, dreaming about boys and being clumsy because that's how writers who don't know how to write humor for a girl write. And she's followed around by a little cartoon version, I think, of her. Nobody else seems to see her and she just kind of mimics what she's saying, so I guess that could be interesting. I guess I'm not really surprised at the film I got, as it seems very much geared towards girls that like to sort of have fantasies that girls like her have. Going to Rome, wearing nice outfits, being a pop star, falling in love with cute boys, all that stuff. And yeah, it does that, and not a whole bunch else. Exciting, I guess? Lizzie graduates junior high and goes on a big trip to Rome with her class. Her friend Gordo joins her along the way, but there's this very strict woman who seems to be in charge, played by Alex Bernstein. She's just as over the top as the Italian stereotypes they seem to come across around every corner. But wouldn't you know it, Lizzie just happens to look exactly like this pop star in Italy, and when someone the pop star used to date sees that, he tells her that he needs her help. She, of course, has to impersonate her and wear all her fabulous clothes and be in the lifestyle of a famous person because it's kind of a weird reason. They broke up, but he still cares about her, and she doesn't really sing her song. She lip syncs, and he doesn't want that to ruin her or get sued, so she has to kind of lip sync at an award show. It's super odd and doesn't make a lot of sense, but as the story goes on, you kind of figure out it's not supposed to. Yeah, I won't give it away if you haven't seen it. She pretends that she's sick so she can constantly sneak out and be with the boy to learn how to lip sync and how to be fabulous, and of course, maybe a little bit of a romance blooms. So, yeah, a film like this is really not going to interest me. It's going to interest girls at that same age who like the idea of traveling and singing and outfits and pop stars and cute boys. And if that's your thing, this is a tolerable movie. Half the actors once again are over the top, and the main leads are supposed to be so likable and generic that you're supposed to associate yourself as them, so they don't really leave that big an impact, but that's kinda why they're there. You're supposed to imagine yourself as those characters. The cartoon I don't really see the point of. It's not in there much, and when it is, it's not really adding anything. If it was something like Garfield where they can't hear the cat but he had really good commentary, that'd be one thing. Or if it was something like Inside Out where the reactions were so big and so over the top and so funny, that would be something. But it's just kind of a Dr. Katz version of her screaming or saying something that she already said. I guess as a little kid I would like that, but there's not really a lot of it anyway. So I don't really see the point outside of they do it in the show. Every once in a while there's a small giggle, like I really enjoy it when she's trying on these different dresses that kind of look Lady Gaga-ish, and I don't even know if Lady Gaga was around yet, so maybe it was ahead of its time. The little brother is so determined to constantly make her look bad that sometimes that gets a little bit of a laugh out of me too. But outside of that, there's really not much else. There is kind of a nice surprise about one of the characters at the end that I will admit I didn't see coming, and I do enjoy it when those kind of things happen. But I don't know if that's really enough to recommend an entire movie for that. The film seems made just for fans of Lizzie McGuire, and I guess that makes sense. You can't really fault it for that. It's giving the audience exactly what it wants. I do wish there was more clever commentary with the inner thoughts of the cartoon, or maybe more about growing up and what it's like to travel in different cultures and such. But honestly, I wasn't really expecting to get that, and I don't think anyone else is either. If you're not a Lizzie McGuire fan, this isn't gonna sway you, but if you enjoy watching the show, I get a feeling you'll like this fine. There's pretty shots of Rome, a good lesson here or there. It's not bad, it's just forgettable and generic. Unless you grew up with Lizzie McGuire, in which case I'm sure he's giving you exactly what you like. If you like the show, check it out. If not, go watch Inside Out again.